I would like to talk with you about a poem. The title of this poem is The Lamentation of the Old Pensioner. The title itself is enough for this particular poem. It is a poem, it is a tragic poem, it is a sentimental poem, it is a sad poem. It was composed by Irish poet and dramatist W. Yeats. In it, he has talked, he has presented the suffering, troubles, misery, and tears of an old man. He is, looks as if he is very angry with time. Now he is old, he is weak, and he is helpless. There is no one to look after him. There is no one to care him. He compares himself with a broken tree. A broken tree can't provide shelter to anybody. So he also can't provide anything to anybody. So he compares himself with a broken tree. Once he was handsome, he was smart, he was intelligent. There were so many girls, there were so many women who used to run behind him. He had a habit of talking about politics and love, and his chair used to be in the middle of the place where he used to talk. He used to talk about love and politics, but now he is alone. He could not select any woman in his life. He could not select any beautiful woman in his life. The beautiful women, the beautiful girls, the beautiful ladies whom he liked are just in his memory. They might have become grandmother of many grandsons and daughters. They are still in his memory. He frequently remembers them and he becomes sad. And he shows his anger towards time. Time and tides never waits for a man. Time goes and goes and goes. It never stops for anyone. W. Yeats could not utilize the time. He could not select anyone. He could not marry. So he is alone. He is weak. He is old now. He says that it is the time which makes him old. It is the nature which makes him old. He is old and weak, and he wants to spit into the face of time. He wants to spit into the face of time because he says that time has transfigured him into an old man. Time has transfigured him into an old, weak, and helpless old man. Here we can say that it is the rule of time. We have to understand the rule of time, but here the poet could not understand, could not utilize the time, and he compares himself with a broken tree. He says that because of the time he has become old. Now he says that he do not like modern young or modern youths. The modern youths are only making plot against others. They are not sincere about the politics. They don't have enough knowledge about the politics. They have using the politics in wrong way. According to the poet, the modern youths are rascals. They are not intelligent. But when he was young, he was smart, handsome, and intelligent. But he could not understand the demand of the time. So he remains alone. There is no one to look after him. So he says that because of the time, he has become old, and he shows his anger towards the nature and towards the rule of time. Anyway, here the poet compares his present with past. When he compares his present with past, he becomes very sad and he blames the time for making an old, weak, and helpless old man. He blames the time for making him old, weak, and helpless. Today, I am here and I like to talk with you about a poem. As you know that the title of the poem which I am going to talk only with you is grandmother. The very word grandmother itself is a loving word because It denotes a woman who take who takes care of us, who takes very good care of us. The person who is able to live with each or her grandmother is really a lucky person, or he can be the luckiest person in the world. But here, grandmother is the title of the poem. It was composed by American Indian poet Ray Young Gear. Ray Young Gear. In it, the poet deals with the contemporary Americans, Indians, contemporary American Indians search for identity. As you know that Ray Young Beer himself is from Mesquite tribe. Most of the people of his tribe were associated or connected with agriculture. It means they were farmers. And here the grandmother of the poet is a representative figure who represents all the women of Mesquite tribe. Now, the poet recalls his past. The poet remembers his bygone days. He says that his grandmother was the source of love and inspiration to him. He again says that he could know his grandmother from a mile away because he was familiar with each and every activity of his grandmother. He was very close with his grandmother. Here he still remembers her purple scrap, plastic shopping bag, warm and damp hands, and her sweet voice. It shows that the poet has a desire to listen the sweet words of his own grandmother. His grandmother is no more in this world, but still the days which he passed, which he spent on the lap of his grandmother are just reflected in front of his eyes. He frequently recalls the days and the sweet voice which used to uttered by his own grandmother frequently haunts him. He has a desire of his grandmother. And here we can say that he compares his grandmother with sleeping night fire. We know that the sleeping night fire brightens the darkness of night, and his grandmother has shown the appropriate, and the right track of his life. The poet is a successful person now, but he says that the credit behind his success, the credit behind his every success goes to his loving grandmother. Because of his grandmother, due to the appropriate advice and care given to him by his grandmother, the poet is here and he is popular all over the world. So he compares his grandmother with sleeping night fire. Anyway, his grandmother was the source of love and inspiration to him. She was all loving and all inspiring to him. He learned so many things from his grandmother. It denotes that, it indicates that he learned morality, truth, ideal truth, etc. from his grandmother. So here in this poem, the poet talks about his grandmother, he discusses about the activities of his grandmother, and we can say that the poet might have written this particular poem in order to show his much respect or due respect and honor towards his loving grandmother. This is much for today. Thank you very much. I have a desire to welcome all of you in my online classes. Today, here, I like to talk with you about a story. Anton Chekhov. I like the name Anton Chekhov very much. He was a popular short story writer, dramatist, and he was Russian. He wrote many literary pieces in his own language, but later most of his works were translated into English. About love is an interesting, tragic love story. We have heard that love begins from the core of our heart and it reaches to the soul. But here, in this particular story, we are going to talk about a victim who was badly suffered by love. The main characters presented in this story are Elohim, Anna, Luganovich, Ivan, uh, Nicanor, Pelagia, and the passive listeners are Ivan and Birkin. It was evening. It was running outside. Ivan, Birkin, and Elohim are in a restaurant. They have gone to the restaurant for snacks, but there they come to notice the love affair between the cook and the helper. Having seen the love practice of both Nicanor and Pelagia, Ivan, Birkin, and Elohim start talking about love. Ivan and Birkin seems to be excited, but Elohim is passive. He is sad. Elohim defines love as the matter of irritation and dissatisfaction in life. Ivan and Birkin have a desire to know the reason behind such types of the definition about love. Elohim is urged or persuaded or forced to prove the definition. In order to prove the definition, in order to show the evidence, he begins to tell his personal love affair. According to him, he was a son of a farmer, but he was sent to Moscow for his study. When he was in university, he fell in the love of a university girl. The university girl was not honest in love. She was dishonest. She loved Elohim, but later, when all the money of Elohim was over, as then the university girl left him. His father has taken a lot of loan for his study. After completing graduation, Elohim had a compulsion to go back to his village. And he had to pay the loan which was taken for his study by his father. Then he started working as a peasant. He started working as a farmer. He was a hard-working young man. He did a lot of hard work. He worked with other peasants like a peasant, even though he was an educated person. Later, within few years, he was able to pay the loan. Once he was selected as the honorary justice of, he was selected as the justice of peace. Then he had to go to the town. When he goes to the town, he comes into the contact of Luganovich. Luganovich is 44 years old young man, and once Luganovich invites him to his home for dinner. When Elohim goes to the home of Luganovich, he finds Anna. Anna is 22 years old, a beautiful woman. When he finds Anna walking, and he says that he was so unlucky that he could not get such a beautiful girl, such a beautiful woman for the first time in her life. Then he begins to love her. Slowly and gradually, a sort of love affair, a sort of love, a sort of feelings related to love grows in the heart of both Anna and Elohim. When Elohim comes back to his village, he can't remain for a long time in his village, and he frequently goes to the town only to meet Anna. Anna also likes or loves Elohim, but she has no courage, no bravery as to express her love. She can't express her love. Both of them go to the theater to watch different sorts of dramas. They are very close, but Anna has a fear of losing her husband and son. She has no desire to ruin, to destroy, or to spoil the future of her son and family. So she can't express her love. Slowly and gradually, because of unexpressed love, she begin to feel discomfort in her life. She falls sick, and she shows her irritation towards her children and family members. At last, Luganovich was transparent, and he had to leave that place. And Anna is also very sick. Elohim also can't express his love. At last, Elohim goes to the railway station, to meet Anna. Anna has left her bag at her home, and he goes to meet Anna with a bag. He expresses his love for the first time. Both of them express their love. Elohim kisses Anna, and he leaves Anna forever. And he goes to the next box of the train, and he weeps until he reaches to his home. In this way, here Elohim is presented as unsuccessful lover. He could not get success in love because he loved a married woman. Here we find a type of love affair between married women and unmarried men. Such sorts of love affair can't get success because it is against the social norms, values, and rules. Anna suffers a lot because she loves a man without caring her husband and children. So Elohim finds himself as a squirrel in a cage. Every time he tries to fall in the love, but unfortunately he falls in the love of his own friend's wife. So he can't get success in love. So Elohim defines love as the matter of dissatisfaction and irritation in life. After listening such sorts of tragic story of Elohim, Ivan Barkin becomes so sad, and the drops of tears can be seen in the eyes of both Ivan and Barkin. In such a way, Elohim told his own individual love affair. Thank you very much.